The Dominican Republic was in a state of turmoil, especially without a leader to guide them. Their political stance had grown so out of hand, so unstable, that in 1916 the United States issued a warning to the Dominicans. They had to choose a president and stick with him. Trying to pull a fast one on the United States, they chose a fake stand-in for president. The United States caught wind of this and acted upon this by invading the Dominican Republic with U.S. Marines. As any other proud nation would, however, they greeted the invaders of their land with great deadly voice. Oppression was met by rebellion, and that was met by even greater force from the Marines. Through the dictatorship of the Dominican Republic by the United States, the country's economy balanced itself out and improved the country more so than anyone else who was part of the Dominican Republic government could in the past. In 1918, a new face stepped into light after being jailed with countless run-ins with the law in his late 20s. His name was Rafael Leonidas Trujillo Molina, a man from the city of San Cristobal, República Dominicana, who would later change an entire nation's thoughts and views and put a strain on the already strained relationship between the two nations that share the island of Hispaniola. Trujillo was offered a chance to train to be a part of the first proper army that the Dominican Republic would have. Upon the word, he accepted. He later completed his training and was soon rising up in ranks. In 1924, he became second in command, and in 1925 was soon commander-in-chief. Some, however, as it's suggested in the book In the Time of the Butterflies, says that he made it up to those ranks by shady tactics, as men in each rank above him kept disappearing. In 1930, Trujillo became self-appointed president-elect after former president Horacio Vazquez was caught in what he feared might have been a revolt, and decided to flee the country, abandoning the presidency, leaving only Trujillo to take his place. Having taken the presidency without fair election, people had become upset about this and began to speak up against him. Trujillo, however, would not tolerate this, and in 1931, the Military Intelligence Service was created, and this is how Trujillo kept control, through fear. No one dared speak unkindly of Trujillo, because the secret police was always listening in and stopping by the houses to make sure that no one was breaking any of Trujillo's laws. To speak unkindly of the dictator was to then follow a life of watching your back constantly for the presence of the secret police. Three remarkable women, however, knew what it meant to stand up to Trujillo and his regime. They knew the cost they would face, and in the Dominican Republic, some recognized them as three no-good troublemakers, while here in the United States, we see them as three heroes. They were las mariposas, the butterflies, better known as the Mirabal sisters, all three of them being executed mercilessly for standing up against Trujillo. Rafael Trujillo was a tyrant and a manipulative man and a cold-blooded killer. In 1937 through 1938, he killed about over 30,000 Haitian people, mainly because he felt they were not of pure race and the Dominican race was in fact superior. He, in 1938, was stopped by the United States government, who gave him a warning on his actions. Some saw this man as a great figure, but he was far from such. When the Great Hurricane of 1930 hit the Dominican Republic, the capital was devastated. In order to repair damages and build statues and icons to commemorate himself, he used the hurricane damage as an excuse to collect taxes, raise prices, and even seize bank accounts. Over the years, he accrued much money and was the most powerful man in the Dominican Republic. In 1961, Trujillo's reign of terror came to an end. Driving into his hometown of San Cristobal, a gunman opened fire upon his car with a machine gun. The United States was once again involved with choosing a leader for the Dominican Republic, someone that they felt could rehabilitate the country after 31 years of ruthless dictatorship and tyranny. When they invaded once again from 1961 to 1968, they were once again met with a revolt on their hand.